or free speech in Europe. They've now phased out in the name of that. That's the issue. It's people doing violent things or threatening people over someone else's speech. That is not acceptable. That's a violation of the First Amendment. It's just like if somebody gets up on the radio and says, kill Muslims, or kill Jews, or kill blacks, or kill whites. That goes over the line. Remember those Black Panthers saying kill whites, kill their babies? That's not free speech. If you go out in public and say we need to kill white people, we need to kill black people, that is a call to action for violence. Okay? That is racketeering. That is intimidation. That is a call for a criminal act. That is criminal organizing. And inside these politically correct systems, though, they're always going to let the Muslims or black groups or others call for violence because they're busy playing groups off against each other. That's why the feds allowed Hal Turner for a decade to call for violence, because he was an FBI operative trying to stir up violence to then demonize any type of conservative groups. And that's now confirmed. So very dangerous to have Justice Breyer saying that, well, we're in a globalized world, that's the quote, and that it trumps the First Amendment. No, slicing up or burning a Bible or a Quran, as long as it's done on your own property or not done during a burn ban, where it could burn down the forest or whatever, then you have that First Amendment. And it's not trumped by the fact that some people who are intolerant may go crazy over it. So that's one of the articles. That was on ABC Good Morning America yesterday. When we come back, Bill O'Reilly says, don't let 9/11 truthers within 10 miles of Ground Zero. We've also got government bans Tea Party from celebrating U.S. Constitution. You can't make this stuff up. It's all coming up after this quick break. On the other side, Infowars.com's the website.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lung system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lung system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
You got it. This transmission is coming to you.
Waging war on corruption.
All right, you are go.
It's Alex Jones, coming to you live from the front lines of the info war.
Now we see the earth. You got it. Now we see the earth now.
Okay, I want to continue with the attacks on free speech in this nation. We have Justice Breyer saying that, well, burning a Koran, we may rule that that's fire in a theater and that you don't have that right. And then next, it's anything else that might upset somebody. And we've got all these czars in the White House calling for censorship. We've got Cass Sunstein calling for it. It's just everywhere. Now, here's another one. And again, we have the video linked in this article if you want to go watch it. O'Reilly says 9/11 truth activists are dangerous radicals. And then he names several people. Cindy Sheehan has now gone public completely for 9/11 truth. She's always said she questions the official story. Now she's saying clearly it's an inside job. And Bill O'Reilly is at it again. This is a Kurt Nimmo story. Remember when he called for squashing the First Amendment rights of Americans opposed to the illegal invasion of Iraq? He said, and it's our duty as loyal Americans to shut up, and it is our duty as loyal Americans to shut up once the fighting begins. He said that back March 3rd, 2003. Right around the same time that all those different Hollywood people and people like Britney Spears were saying, I just think we should shut up and do whatever our president says. Never question. That's what it is to be patriotic. You do what your government says. Of course, that's the opposite of what the founders said, the opposite of what common sense is. Facts soon revealed that the neocons had bamboozled the nation into invading Iraq under false pretenses, but we didn't get a retraction from Bill. Now O'Reilly is criticizing 9/11 truth activists as dangerous radicals. And he went on to demonize the 9/11 mosque, the Ground Zero mosque, that's 2 blocks away, that's being financed by one of the main owners, the second largest owner of News Corp, that is CIA funded. That's Newark Observer. That is funded by the Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Ford Foundations. You can go to the Mosque Foundation website and read right there who's funding it. They've made it all public. And so it's the establishment funding this, and then they come out and say 9/11 truth, they're the ones, they're involved. I mean, no connection to reality, just a bunch of Fox News viewers are now going to hear this and think those dirty 9/11 truthers, they're now down there, supporting the mosque. When 9/11 truth was down there protesting with the victims' families and others saying, look, forget the mosque, the police, the firefighters, and others need medical care. The media keeps saying 900 have died. It was 1,500 in a congressional report, 2 years ago. It's well over 2,000 of the first responders have died, and major medical institutions have done the scans of their lungs. They're just full of asbestos and everything else, and they're dying, dead and dying. So that's a lower number out there that they've been using that's got to be 4 or 5 years old. And he goes on to claim that the Muslim scholar involved with the mosque is also a 9/11 truther. And he goes on to say that 9/11 truthers should be kept far away from Ground Zero. They should, quote, not be allowed within 10 miles of Ground Zero. So let's get this straight. The Supreme Court justice is saying they may ban burning Korans. You're not going to have that right, they're claiming, under the First Amendment. They're telling ABC News, Good Morning America, that. O'Reilly saying don't let 9/11 truthers, quote, within 10 miles of Ground Zero. And then we've got this report, which is even more out of control, more brazen, more insane. This is a prisonplanet.com article by Steve Watson. And I remember seeing this a couple months ago in this particular state in the mainstream news. And he has links to it in his article. I mean, again, I have trouble even believing this is happening, where Tea Parties groups have been denied permits, but now there's lawsuits filed and it's going to court. And they're telling them you're not allowed to go protest or even have a Constitution rally on Constitution Day because of your political affiliations, because Tea Parties are hate groups. Now, remember what was going on under Clinton and under Bush and now Obama. Every FBI report and training manual and state police training manuals and federal marshals SLAT training, the list goes on, says the main threat is gun owners, conservatives, returning veterans, gun-owning veterans, libertarians, Ron Paul supporters, people that want to get out of the Federal Reserve, people that want to get out of the UN. And it just came out yesterday that multiple states have got intelligence reports on mainline Tea Party groups and are listing them as terrorists. Because they say by protesting taxes, that will cut off money to the government, so they're a threat to the infrastructure. See, now, if you don't want higher taxes, the government says it's its own entity, separate from the people, and that is trying to cut off their blood supply, and so you're an enemy of the state. In fact, will you print that article again that I think it was Kurt did it yesterday, where the governor of that one state is apologizing for saying that anti-tax groups are terrorists. He was apologizing and saying it was wrong that the state had issued a report to be technical. But here's the new report. Government bans Tea Party from celebrating U.S. Constitution. Local government representatives in an Ohio town have taken it upon themselves to prohibit a Tea Party celebration of the U.S. Constitution, which, of course, protects and guards those rights, prompting a lawsuit over restrictions on the First Amendment rights. And this is happening in multiple Ohio towns. This is just one case they're suing over. Members of the Andover Tea Party in Ohio have been informed that they cannot hold a public rally in the town square, Central Square, on Constitution Day, September 17th, because of the group's political affiliation. And remember, in all these states, the Tea Party is listed as terrorist. And the government wants to keep that secret, though. They're very upset that the public's finding out. The decision was taken by the township's trustees, and members of the Tea Party group were informed by letter that they would not be able to use the square for speakers and performances of patriotic songs. And we've seen case after case in Ohio where other towns and cities are saying you can't march, you can't demonstrate. Now, again, the Macy's Day Parade, the St. Patrick's Day parades, things like this where you take over, many blocks for several hours for a parade, you've got to get a permit for that because the police have to come out and they have to block off the streets. But town squares were built for political functions. Town squares were paid for by the people. And if it's on a street corner or a town square or on your own private property, we're now seeing cases where they claim you've got to get a permit, and then they deny that permit. But the courts have ruled over and over again, you don't have to get a permit to go out and demonstrate. Back in 2000, the state police lost a whole bunch of lawsuits. The first suit they lost, the Dallas Morning News reported, was a disabled rights group that would just go and protest across the street from the governor's mansion.